The first night of my trip to Arizona, I ended up sleeping at this rest stop because I had no plans on where I was going to stop. Initially, I thought I'd make it all the way to Phoenix and stay the night somewhere there, but it started to get dark, and it's always a good idea to find a place to sleep for the night before it gets dark. So this is a very populated area, and I felt quite comfortable and quite safe, and it was actually just a really good experience. I decided to take a road trip the day after Christmas. I hopped in the van and thought I would love to see Arizona, specifically Sedona and Grand Canyon in the winter with, hoping for a dusting of snow. So far, no snow, but it looks like it's going to be raining the whole time I'm gone. So I'm hoping for pockets of either no rain or sunshine would be great, because I would love to get some hiking in with Jack. So we drove east on the 10 and stopped in Phoenix to visit a friend from work, and visited with her for, it ended up being about 5 hours yesterday, which was really nice. And then I didn't leave her house until like a little after 5. Now, Arizona's an hour ahead of us, so I still had about an hour of daylight. Once again, second night in a row, I didn't have any plans for sleeping. Last night was a little bit of a long process in finding somewhere to sleep, so we got to Sedona. It was dark. It was about 8:30, and there was nowhere to be found to sleep. So I came back out to the highway that I took from Phoenix to Sedona and found a rest stop. I'll show you guys that right here. I have to confess, by the time I got to this rest stop last night, it was about 10:30, because it took about an hour to get back onto the highway and find this place to sleep. However, it was the perfect option with perfect morning views, as you can see. While at this rest stop, I just decided that there was absolutely zero reason I needed to rush to get back on the road to get to my next location. I'll talk to you a little more later about the fact that I have a very difficult time slowing down. Right now, it's just time for a nice morning cup of coffee and some yogurt for breakfast. I guess since it's been raining all night, still raining, I'm going to take the slow road to making coffee this morning. So we'll finish this, have breakfast, and then see what we can see, even though it's raining cats and dogs out there. van places, I'm really stretching myself and trying to not plan everything out and just see what I see, and when I get there, find out what I'd like to do while I'm in the area. Because I find if I plan things and then it doesn't go according to plan, it triggers my frustration, my anxiety, I get aggravated, and then I'm not enjoying the trip at all. So this time I decided I was just going to hop in and take it as it came. So about the planning, it's kind of nice not to have anything planned, but I'm also struggling with not feeling like I have to hurry up and go. So this morning I challenged myself to just hang out here for a while. There's no time limit on how long I can stay at this rest stop. One of the hardest things is slowing down and just enjoying the moment, because I'm used to always having something to do and always being on a schedule with work and even on the weekend. So this week is going to be very enjoyable, to realize that I don't have to rush to the next place. So right now I'm going to enjoy my yogurt I made and my coffee, and Jack's already had his breakfast, but I'm going to give him time to have to, you know, go outside and do his business, and then we're going to head out. Up. Go. Good job. When we left the rest stop, we headed to Montezuma's castle. I never knew it existed, and it was actually pretty cool to see. Up until 1951, you were actually allowed to, by means of ladder, climb up in and explore the castle. But once they built the main highway going into this area, it just became too populated and also too dangerous for people to go inside. You can kind of hear the lady in the background talking about that.
They stopped that because there were so many more people. They thought it was going to move from this place. Most of them left from here, Here's
the outside, and the next picture is what the inside looks like. This is just a replica, but it's pretty cool. It said there were 20 rooms and approximately 50 people lived inside. This river or stream provided all of the water for everyone who lived in this area at the time. And then with all the vegetation, they utilized that to produce food for themselves. One more picture before we leave, and then we're moving on. So we came to the Sedona Airport overlook, and I think that this would probably be gorgeous if it wasn't so cloudy. So I'm going to flip you around and show you. Those views had nothing on what you get to see next. This little muddy, slippery hike up was well worth it. Buddy. Come on, let's go this way. Come on. It was nice to have a little break in the rain so we could actually get out and enjoy this. So beautiful. It's about 43 degrees. The rain stopped a little. So pretty. A little slippery. A little grocery shopping was very necessary, and I left Jack in the car, obviously, and as you can see, he was glad when I got back.
posted.
Definitely more snow as I get up into higher elevation, and the temperature is way colder. You can't see it here, but we did go through a lot of fog. There was sleet, rain, snow, kind of you name it as we're going up here. I have a feeling that we are in for a very cold night. Our goal right now is to get to Williams, just below the Grand Canyon, to spend the night at another truck stop. I'm calling it. We're heading home. We'll just have to see the Grand Canyon another time. It got pretty cold last night. The heater was on constantly, and with the issues with my vehicle, I am going to go ahead and head home. As you can see, we had snow, we had major fog, we had rain. It's just time to get home and make sure everything is running great on the van. We just got back from a trip to Sedona, which was going to include the Grand Canyon, but it was so cold. And I don't have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive in my van, which is definitely something I would consider for my next van that I get and build, because it would be nice to be worry-free. I had chains with me, but my van also started acting up mechanically. I think it's a belt, but there's like a chirping noise in the dash. Well, I don't think it's the dash, but anyways. But before I actually give you guys a van tour, I want to clean up from the trip, because right now I have a pretty, it's a little bit messy. It's not too terribly bad, but you know, I want my house to look nice before I invite guests to come in. So that's it for this video. I'm going to spend some time cleaning up the van so that I can actually share the interior and exterior of my van with you. I'm going to tell you the things that I did that I love and the things that I would absolutely do differently on my next build. It's funny when you're building a van for the first time, there are so many ideas that you have that you try to implement, and some of them worked out great and some of them didn't work out great. And access would be simpler if there were a few things that had changed. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you soon.